If anyone's there, just give me a message in, let me know that anyone's there before I start talking to myself. Let me know if you can hear me, video, audio, everything. Let me know how it's going. Apparently we've got a viewer, but I don't know who it is. If anyone's in there, guys, just let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if the video's good and the audio before I start talking to myself. Apparently there's two viewers, but I can't see who it is. Let's get this show on the road. Adam Peacock, how's it going? Thanks for joining, man. It's been a while. I've recently had to force myself back into it, to be honest. I haven't been on YouTube in a while. Tanks had a bit of a setback. I don't know if you saw me commenting on Aaron's Aquarium's live stream, but recently had a death in the family and taking a while getting over that, and I just kind of lost interest for a bit, and hair algae took over. But as you can see, I'm starting to get back on track. Still a little bit of hair algae in there, but it's doing alright. Dels Reef, welcome back. You sound low. Do you mean I sound unhappy, or the sound's not very good? Let me know which. I'm good, Tart. Hope everything is well. Yeah, mate, it's all okay now. Like I said, back on track. The spark is back with the reef. Well, I call it the reef. It's not much of a reef. It's practically fish only with live rock. The only two corals I've got left are the toadstool, the big thing in the middle, and the Emoze coral on the bottom right. Adam Peacock, my heart's with you, pal. Cheers, mate. Much appreciated. You've been with me since day one on here, so thank you for that, mate. Thank you for your support. I've been thinking about a couple of changes that I'm going to make inside the tank. I was going to do a rescape, but I've decided that I actually like the scape. The angle that I've got you on's not brilliant, but I've just made do with what I had for my tripod. My tripod for my camera's only small, so... but yeah, I had hair algae like you would not believe. It was literally all over the rock, all over the sand, all over the weir, all over the back of the tank, all over the power heads. Oh man, it were a nightmare. Basically, I had a death in the family. My granddad passed away, unfortunately. So I was kind of... Sorry to hear that. You are not very loud. Okay, so I'll try to sit a bit closer to the camera. Hold on a second before I start chattering. Oh, bloody hell, nearly knocked it over. Right, I'm closer to the camera. I don't know if that helps. Let me see if I can... Right. I'm sat closer to the camera now, so we'll see if that makes a difference. Yeah, so basically... Glad you're back. My tank is going to pot at the moment. Has got ick. Oh no. Oh man. No, my heart's with you there. It's not good. Have you got any tangs in there? What started it off? But yeah, what I was saying, hair algae. Oh my god. I had hair algae and cyanobacteria. The cyano, just part of the, part of the cycle. The tank's been running for what, 4 or 5 months now, so I wasn't too bothered about that. It were always going to burn out, which it has done. It's completely gone. I've no cyano at all. Hair algae, I've got little bits. I keep putting my hand in and taking bits out. It is on the decline. There's not much left, to be honest. A few little tufts here and there that you can probably see. It were all over the sand, the glass, the power heads, the weir, everywhere. Following what happened with my granddad, we booked a family holiday. We went abroad for a couple of weeks, and I left the tank in charge of a friend. Basically, I just said to him, I'm not bothered. I'd lost a few corals through the cyano. I'd lost my hammer, my 20 head hammer, that's gone. 25 head candy cane, gone. I had three little acorn frags, they're gone. Nothing survived. Only my toadstool, my bubble tip, which is there, bubble tip, and my Emoze coral, which is down here. They've survived, thankfully, so I've still got something left. But yeah, I came back off holiday and it was like, honestly, it was like a field. It was just like a forest. I don't know how to describe it. I just walked in the door, saw a tank, I was like, oh my god, that's all I need. So I did a 4-day blackout. I just covered the glass in bin liners, turned the lights off. I kept feeding the fish, and all the fish survived. Before I went on holiday, I don't know if you've noticed him swimming about, but I did add a yellow tang. I added the yellow tang for a number of reasons. One, I always wanted one. I'm pretty much where I'm going to be with my fish stock now, to be honest. I might add a couple of wrasses, but that's pretty much it now. So I added the yellow tang. Always wanted one. Used to have one in my old tank, but sadly he didn't survive the move. I missed my fox face and that flash of yellow, so I got a yellow tang. Also, it helps. He cleans the rock. He nips at the algae. He actually eats quite a lot of the hair algae, which you can see him doing now. So he's there for a purpose, and he's doing really well, and he's grown quite a lot. It was actually a lot smaller than the coal tang when I got him, but now he's same size, if not a little bit bigger, including his fins, than the coal tang. So I'm really happy with him, and he's really fat and he's eating well. 3 chromies are still kicking in there. My two clowns, I've absolutely they've shot the double the size of when I set up this tank. And my blue cheek goby still going strong. A lot of people told me when I got him that he won't survive. They don't do very well in home aquariums, but he's doing fine. He's doing his job. He eats anything I put in there, absolutely fine, no problems at all. So my fish, spot on. Can't ask for anything better. They're all survived. All my snails, my crabs, my emerald crab, they're all still in there. I did actually have I got a sea hare slug. My LFS recommended that I get him. And he goes, oh, you'll wake up in the morning and half of the air algae will be gone. No, it didn't work. 3 days later, he was dead. He turned himself inside out. He was just a bright blue blob on bottom of water. So I took him out quickly before he released any toxins or went into water. So he didn't last 2 minutes. So I did the blackout. All the cyanos disappeared. All the hair algae's almost gone. It's a little bit cloudy at the minute because I've just scraped the glass. That's why it looks a bit cloudy. And I've also fed the fish and disturbed my sandbed. But as you can see, almost all the hair algae's gone. And a glimpse of hope this morning, when I was feeding the fish, I noticed I'm starting to get the purple algae. I forgot what it's called. I've got a mental block. Coralline algae. I've started to get coralline algae growing, so I'm really chuffed with that. There's a few bits, if you can see down the bottom corner, on the edges of the rocks on this side here. It's starting to really take off. It's also starting on the weir in the back, so I'm really happy with that because I want it to purple up. I'm going to let all the back of the tank purple up, all the weir, let that purple up, and just keep the front and the sides clean. I'm thinking about switching round the power heads. I've currently got the MP40 on the right, the Jaya on the left. I'm going to switch them about. Just use the Jaya for surface movement, and the MP40 I'm going to whack up to full. Put it on a bit of a wave motion just to mix it up a little bit inside there. That's the plan. And once I've got the hair algae under control, I am going to be starting to add some corals again. Coralline, yeah, that's it, Adam. Coralline algae. That's what's started to grow. So I'm really chuffed. That once I saw that starting to grow, I thought, yes, we're back on track. I mean, I've still been doing all my tests. I've still been doing my water changes. I did neglect it a little bit. That's, hence the hair algae. I've the skimmer's back on. I'm not running any carbon or anything at the moment. But what I am going to do, I've got a reactor, and I've seen a few people using the reactor as a bit of a refugium to grow Cheeto. So I'm going to try that and put some LED strips on the outside of it and grow some Cheeto in there. So I'm going to create like a mini refugium in there because it's quite a big one. So I'm going to do that. But everything else is looking fine. It's just kind of tweaking it now, getting all my parameters in check. pH is fine, 8.2. Ammonia 0, nitrite 0, nitrate is 15, so that needs to come down a bit. But I am going to be doing a 100 litre water change this weekend, and setting up that reactor refugium, if you like. So that's going to help with that. Everything else is fine. Salinity is running at 1.025, as it always has been. Temperature is at 26. I like to run mine at 26. I had success with that before, but I am thinking of not doing any SPS at all. I'm just going to go with LPS softies, and just have some like air cans and Zoas. That's what I'm going to go with, and I'm still wanting to go and get a carpet anemone, a green one. Sounds like you're getting back on track. Yeah, mate, I am. I've like I said, I've just got interested back into it. I've really started looking at it again. And I were neglecting it, and I had the wife moaning at me. You know, you spent all that money on the tank, and look, you're just letting it go to shit. And so I gave my head a shake. Dells Reef, I have coralline growing like a coral. I videoed it in my last update. Oh, I'll check that out. That's really cool. I'll check that out. I did have some in my other tank. I forgot what it's called. My memory's crap. I had some kind of like seaweed growing. It were like a little tree or a little bush, and it were hard, and the leaves on it were like round. I can't remember what it were called, but I did put it on a video on one of my old videos, and people were saying that it's actually quite desirable to have, and there's quite a lot of people that grow these fancy seaweeds. But I ain't had any grow yet. I'm doing the same, but no acans, as I got a flame angel now and they ate my acans. I shouldn't laugh at that, but yeah. Flame angel's something that I'd like to have, but I think I'm approaching the limits of my bio load, if I'm honest. When I got the tank, I don't know if you remember my updates, I were really happy with the size of it, but I want a bigger tank now. So I am actually thinking of investing in a reefer 525 XL. Dells Reef carpets eat fish, be careful. Yeah, I've done my homework on them. Yeah, they do. Chromis might be breakfast. But it is something that I'm considering. But I might wait until I get a bigger tank. Because like I said, I am looking at a Red Sea Reefer 525 XL. I've been looking, and I'm just trying to convince the missus to let me spend $1.5 grand on a tank. So there you go. Not the easiest thing, convincing the missus, trust me. Well, if you guys have got other halves, you'll know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I'm getting back into it. You'll start to see my weekly updates again. I'm going to basically start my series again, or like I do a partition and say the reef is the beast is back with a vengeance, and hopefully we'll start to see some good stuff coming out of this. I don't know if you saw my past videos as well. I'm doing a fish room in my shed. I'm well on the way with that. I've built all the shelving and stuff, and I'm considering doing a saltwater pond, an inside saltwater pond. Any of you guys what's the size of the 525 XL? It's a 5 foot, I think. I can't even tell you because you're on my phone, so my flamely, my corals are low, and I have acans too. Yeah, it's hit and miss, isn't it? That's the only problem. The 525 XL, it's either a 5 foot or a 6 foot tank. It's the biggest Red Sea, I think, that you can get. Or the biggest reefer. But them EA reef, I don't know if you've seen them EA reefs, they're pretty good as well. I've got a friend who's got an EA reef, 4 foot shallow reef, and that's pretty cool. And you can get a similar size to the 525 XL. Must be mine. He won't touch anything. Must just be mine. Yeah. But what do you think, guys? Honest opinions. I know that it's early days yet, and I've practically started again. All my beautiful corals that I had, hundreds of pounds worth down the drain. But what can you do? That's what this hobby's all about, I suppose. Like I said, it's not usually this cloudy with all the bits floating about in it. It's just because I have scraped the glass and I've just vacuumed the sand bed. So when you see my next reef update, it'll be a lot clearer. The water's usually crystal clear. And I don't know if you've just noticed, but my big clownfish hosts my, or should I say my toadstool hosts my big clownfish. How big is your tank? 120. Are you from the other side of the pond? Are you talking in gallons? I don't do gallons, I do litres. It's 450 litres total. and it's 2 inches shy of 4 foot. It's basically a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2.5 foot, and then I've got my sump. It's just over. I think it's 452 litres total. So I'll let you do the maths and convert that to gallons. I think US gallons it might be. Live and learn. Yeah, you do live and learn, unfortunately. So it's looking good. The future's bright. But I mean, look at my fish. They're all healthy. They're all happy. They're all doing what they're supposed to be doing. There's no hiding or all like that. They're the coal tang and the yellow tang just graze on the rocks all day. The chromish do what the chromish do, and the clowns are just stupid. But the blue cheek goby, I could watch him all day. On bottom there near my maize coral. He's proper cool. But he moves the bloody sand about. For some reason he doesn't like no sand being at the front middle of my tank, and every time I wake up I can see him moving it, and you can see glass. 100 gallons in the UK, yeah. 100 UK gallons, probably about 115 US gallons, I think. Oh, I'll tell you another thing that I've got. I'll tell you what I've got. I've got a kitten. Check him out. Ain't he beautiful? Called him Tarly. Okay, that's 120 gallons. CJ has 18 fish in his and he's doing well. Yeah. Yeah, but CJ, come on. I've got a long way to go before I can measure up to CJ. Long way to go. But yeah, I suppose it's all about what you run and how you keep your nutrients down. I suppose there's no real limit to how many fish you can have. It's just keeping your bioload down, I suppose. Feeding the right amount, decent skimmer, decent reactors, dosing whatever you need to dose. I suppose that's what it's all about, innit? I would like to have a really busy tank, I want the kitten. You should have told me, mate. I had 5. I've just given 4 away. I kept 1. You could have had 1. There'll be no more now, though. The cat's gone for its pre-op. It's getting the chop next week, so she won't be happy with that. But the kitten's called Tarly. I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones, but there's a character called Samwell Tarly. So we called him Tarly, which is pretty cool. And he sits and stares at the fish. So that's going to be fun when he's older. He's only 10 weeks old and he's already nearly as big as his mum. And they know when I'm doing a video because they don't leave me alone. Right, guys, I think we're going to leave it there. I just wanted to... You've already got 2. Well, I ain't got any more left, mate, but if I ever do, I'm going to be messaging you. No, right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for joining. I know there's only 2 of you, but I appreciate it, I really do. Watch this space. My next reef update will be coming on Sunday, and I'll be giving a good clean up of the sump and stuff, and I'll be showing you where we are, what I've got, what I'm using, what equipment I'm still using, and I'll hopefully have changed the position of the power heads by then, so stay tuned for reef update. I don't even know what number it is. Reef update 4, I think it is. I might just call it reef update 1. Start again. But thanks for watching.